fantasy adventure machine.
Beware, they have some kind of flying ostriches.
When the ostriches finish burying themselves, Shar takes a single stone over and she scratches on it, "Here be dragons."
In a few days' time, Genghis Khan will ultimately pass away. His one wish will be to raze Shishia to the ground, killing everybody there. Everything is back to normal.
Before we get into the situation that I have for y'all to act out, let's actually do a scene with Beth and Effie.
Yeah, we need to wrap up.
We ended with, "Ooh, that tickles."
Yeah, that was great.
So Effie just went into the closet.
Hello, Beth. That's my cyborg voice.
Hello, Effie Derringer, female cyborg-enhanced humanoid.
Tired. So tired. Survive. Must survive. No. Death. Death. No death. Must survive. Revenge.
I am going to send some extra energy into your ports. You should feel a little tingle, but no pain.
Thank you, Beth.
I suggest that once you have charged fully, you contact Chaos Overclock to help with some of the pain that you are experiencing.
Find chaos. Create chaos. Find chaos. Sleep. Revenge.
I have to apologize, but you are overloading my circuits. I believe our communication might be cut short.
Beth?
Guess what, everybody? It's time for you to choose rooms!
We've been on like 3 missions.
You've been on 2 missions that have been basically
Okay.
back to back.
They were on the same day.
And we assumed that it was going to be a short-lived time on the ship.
Yes,
True.
we did
So-
think we were going to leave soon.
The motivation for this one is I'm just going to throw in some chaos here, and chaos has claimed the room that Charlotte wanted.
We're all just awkwardly standing on the bridge.
Yep,
And then suddenly,
I was
Vic
going to
says,
say.
I've got an intro for you.
Okay, you can. I was going to start talking, but if you want to give me an intro, then.
Hey, Vic. I wanted to talk to you.
What do you want to talk about, Chaos?
So, you're the captain, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I think you're doing a really good job as kind of like a Han Solo captain, you know? But the problem is, Han Solo just has Chewbacca, right? That's his first mate is Chewbacca, and it's just the two of them flying around. And I think that was great while it was just you and Beth flying through the time void, but now there's more of us, and I think you need to take a little bit more of a Picard approach to being a captain.
Are you saying that you want to live on the ship?
Well, yeah, like you need me to solve time crime and things like that. So obviously you have a crew now. And like I said, I think it's important that we transition from the Han Solo, who was a great captain, don't get me wrong, to a little bit more of a managerial, professional. Can you do a British accent?
I'm not going to do a British accent, Chaos. If you want a room, go ahead, find a room to bunker down in.
Could you say make it so for me real fast?
Frack off, Chaos.
Nice.
I see this is going to be something we have to work on. I'm going to go choose a room. Bye.
As for the rest of you, if you want to
Charlotte is already gone, and is she like absolutely headed out as soon as Chaos indicated that he was trying to choose a room.
I 100% kick on my laser skates.
No!
Van Helsing, Dr. Zooman, go ahead and find a room to sleep in, because, yeah, we're going to be here a while. You're going to need some sleep.
This will be so nice. It'll be good to be getting away from sleeping in an armchair all the time.
If you want, you can ask Beth to make you an armchair to sleep in.
No. I want a bed, please.
Please, sir, may I have a bed? Please.
Okay, with Chaos's laser skate, Chaos, you're able to zoom down the hallway and find a perfectly good room. It's fairly sizable.
This one
Pretty
doesn't
big.
have a window. This one doesn't have a bathtub. This one has 10 closets, but no sink. This one has a giant hole in the middle of the floor, and it's bubbling.
I don't remember that.
You don't even know
this
which way the
one.
bathroom is. Don't you start?
This one has power outlets every 3 feet. This is the room I need.
I beg your pardon, but I actually have been using this room. It has the largest vanity, and I need
I think
the power
you
outlets.
have the largest vanity, if we're being honest.
The joke goes absolutely right over Charlotte's head. She's like, "What? I don't have vanities."
You know what? I'm gonna go with our old ancient traditions of time traveling. Finders keepers, bye! And I shut the door.
Charlotte pounds on the door and is like, "My phone charger's in there."
I'll make you a new, better phone charger in a minute.
If you don't, I'm gonna be real mad.
Duly noted. Duly noted. Thank you for the warning. You will find your phone charger in the room that you choose. It's not this room. Bye.
Zoo casually walks by, whistling, searching for the room with the largest fridge.
Char just sits down outside the room.
Hey, Shar.
Hey, Zoo.
Good luck.
The one at the end of the hallway kind of has like a smell to it that I think you will relate with.
Oh, shit. All right. I go to the last room. I open it.
Was that an insult?
I
or
take
not?
a deep breath in and I say, smells like Cool Ranch Doritos.
I was thinking like animals, but sure.
And I walk in as I see the biggest mini fridge that could be reasonably called mini and take a seat on the bed. Chill. A lot of animals smell like Cool Ranch Doritos.
I knew dogs smelled like
most of our
popcorn,
viewers
but-
won't know. Cool Ranch Dorito is a smell that appears in nature.
Has nothing to do with ranch or Doritos.
It's actually a specific kind of animal musk that is used in their creation.
Yep, to
this
flavor
is-
the Doritos.
Yeah. What food is it that actually does have like animal musk in it all the time?
The fake vanilla flavoring, but it's called natural because it comes from beaver.
That's right.
It's like the
Artificial
expressed
vanilla.
anal glands of a beaver is what vanilla
that's
essence is.
vanilla.
Oh, God.
They use it in the
That's horrible. It's in your cake.
McDonald's vanilla shakes.
Oh, fun.
I feel like we now have to fit this back into the lines that
I think we need to cancel McDonald's vanilla
I can
shakes.
look up what it's called for real.
Yet another reason why I don't go to McDonald's. Thanks for adding that to my list.
It's actually used in lots of things, not just McDonald's, and the FDA classifies it as natural flavoring, so they don't even have to tell you that specific ingredient. They could just say natural flavoring, and it could have beaver musk in it.
Beaver musk.
On the plus side, take that shake to a local dam and you'll attract some really fine beaver ladies.
So after about 20 minutes, Chaos opens the door to his room, and he's holding a charging cable that looks like the wallet chain that you'd have on Jinko jeans. And finds Shar just sitting there.
Char tries to crawl into the room really fast.
I'm trying to hand it to you, and you're just like moving around me. I gave the phone chart. Can I help you?
This is my room. I don't think you understand.
Look, I've already set up all my stuff. There's like 30 plugs in here.
How could you set up all of your stuff? You've only been in here for 5 minutes.
Do you know how long you've been sitting here?
5 minutes?
It's been close to half an hour. What were you doing?
How could you even set up all your stuff in half an hour? And of course I was just taking pictures and stuff. What do you do to pass your time?
Taking pictures of what? The floor?
There's a lot of really cool angles in this hallway.
I guess I kind of see what you mean. That's not quite a right angle. What is that, 70 degrees?
I think it's actually 30.
Yeah,
oh my god.
That sure is something. It's almost like...
Look, what do I have to give you so that I can have this room?
Find me a room I'd like better.
What would you like better? I don't even know you. All I know is that you need a shower, so do you want me to go and get you the room with the best shower?
Okay, so here's what I need, right? I need lots of charging plugs. I need a nice desk. I need something for cable management, because honestly, it's a little bit hairy in here. And, you know what? I actually really like a big tub.
Okay. I wrote that down in my phone, and give me 30 minutes, and I'll come up with the perfect solution.
I am excited to see this solution. Also, one more thing. I would like to borrow your phone for no more than 15 minutes.
If you're just going to take a bunch of selfies on it, no.
I promise I won't take any pictures.
Okay.
Awesome.
Is this whole episode just going to be Shar and Chaos just problem solving the room situation?
Yes, that is exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, so Shar hands Chaos her phone, and then
it's going to be in real time.
Leaves the room and is just walking down the hallway, opening some doors, but she realizes that she's forgotten exactly what was on the list because she wrote it down in her phone and then handed it to Chaos. And so she just kind of ends up being like, oh, it's fine. I'm really good at this kind of stuff anyway, picking out stuff for people, so I'll just find the room with a lot of black. And then she happens to open a door, and the room is very, very dark, and she's like, oh, this is perfect. And she can see wires everywhere. It looks a little bit chaotic. And as she steps into the room, she turns on a light, and in and amongst the wires, she can see a slightly dismembered Effie that has wires coming out of her metal parts. And Shar screams.
That's a good time to bring back Effie.
Does the scream disturb Effie at all, or does Shar need to do more?
Sorry. Probably. It would definitely wake me up. Ooh, I know. My eyes glow, and my body starts pulling itself back together with the retracting the little cords and tubes. Eliminate. And then my eyes stop glowing and I say, Shar?
Effie? Are you okay?
Yeah, I was really tired. I fell asleep? Where are we?
Well, I think we're where Chaos should have his room, but if you need this room, then, I can keep looking. I just don't really know what I'm looking for.
You're looking for a room for Chaos? I'll help you look.
Oh, thank you! See, he took my room, and so now I'm trying to find him a different room. He needs, something about a big sub. I don't know. Should we find a sandwich? But I just figured if it had wires and darkness that he'd be happy. Why were you charging? Is that what you were doing? Would it just be easier to use my phone charger? Do you think it's compatible?
I should get a charger. Maybe Chaos will make me one if I can find him a good room. Do you think he wants a window?
I mean, why wouldn't you? The views of the time void are striking.
I think there's one on the leeward side. What's a ship word for a side?
No, that's great. Leeward works.
Does it?
I love it. I mean, Shar wouldn't know the difference, so.
I think there's a room on the leeward side with lots of outlets and a really nice bathroom.
That's really great. Okay, cool.
Should we go? I'm pretty sure it's just right over here, Shar.
Oh, cool.
And we bump into Dr. Van Helsing. Oh.
What a coincidence.
Hey, Doc.
Okay. As you're looking, around the ship, a door opens as you're about to open it, and Van Helsing comes out, and he looks relaxed, and he says, how wonderful to see you both, Miss Rossetti, Miss Derringer. Have you found rooms which suit you yet?
I have not found a room that shoots me.
Oh.
I didn't know that we were trying to
really?
do that.
You're gonna make that joke?
Yes.
We're looking for a room for chaos, chaos overclock.
So before you can even see what's in the room, he closes the door behind him, and he says, well, I may help you. This room is taken.
This is super sus. Like, what did he do in that room?
Also, is nobody else concerned that a 17-year-old boy has the only 2 females on the ship doing his work for him on day one?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Well, I'll go with you guys. Let us go and find a room for young Master Overclock. Maybe while we're at it, we can also find the plot of this episode.
Vic sounds over the intercom.
I think y'all better get to the bridge right now. And I mean right now, Chaos.
Shar goes to the bridge immediately.
Zoo stands up, grabs the nearest pair of flip-flops, as you guys call them here, chucks them on,
Thank you for not saying thongs.
and walks out onto the bridge.
Van Helsing, Shar, and Effie, we link arms like
in Wizard of Oz!
Yeah, I was gonna say that. And we step
time.
in sync until we're at the bridge.
You could just say we're doing the Wizard of Oz walk.
On his way out, Chaos strings a tripwire across the room's door. What it's attached to is a special surprise for later. Hey, Shar, I've got your phone back for you. It is now in a massive black case that is very protective and covered in metal spikes.
Shar is frowning and immediately trying to find out how she can take it off.
Don't worry, it's very safe. I welded it on.
Where'd you get a welding machine?
I've got lots of things.
Does this case do anything besides protect the phone?
Yes.
Besides poke people with the spikes?
Even better.
What does it do, Chaos?
I built in a taser.
Huh.
Which direction is the taser pointed?
I don't remember.
I will not immediately remove it, but I will say this is problematic because it can't fit in my pocket anymore. So...
Oh, that's why I got you this. I hand you a phone holster like you would see on a 90s phone.
Is this an armband? Like, I have one for when I exercise, but...
Well, you can put it on, you clip it onto your belt, and then you clip your phone into the holster.
You think I wear belts?
I mean, I wear like 3, so you can have one of mine if you want.
I don't think her yoga pants have belt loops.
It's very trendy. Belts are cool.
It's really not. It's not. And then we fade to Vic.
Vic is leaning against the...
Captain on deck!
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to help.
So yeah, Vic is leaning against the holographic table in the middle of the... Not the holographic table, but the table with the holograms on it. In the middle of the room.
So if you want, what this taser can do is you can make a fate roll. On a positive, you zap them. On a negative, you zap yourself, and on a straight, it doesn't work.
Nice.
This is up to Dan, but that would be my interpretation.
Chaos, did you salute when you said captain on deck?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. That makes it easier. Okay, at Chaos's salute, they roll their eyes and give a deep sigh. Well, now that you're all here, I got some troubling, interesting news. So, I was just running some algorithms with Beth, and something came up in...
Is it Blyth again, Cap?
I'm not sure if it was Blyth. It doesn't seem like this is her MO, but I don't think anyone else is out doing what Blyth's doing. It appears that in 1425, Joan of Arc has gone missing.
I know her.
I've never seen Blyth do something like this, but I wouldn't put it past her. If she can profit off of this.
I mean, I have to say that when I dressed up like her, that I really felt like I could be evil too. So if this is an evil thing, like, I'm not surprised.
She's been doing more and more chaotic things, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say Char, like, looks over at Chaos, like, out of the corner of her eye when you say the word chaotic.
Yes, what do you want?
We need to find Joan of Arc. Whatever happened to her, bring her back.
Yeah, otherwise the French will lose all the wars forever.
Man, I don't get you Americans and the French. They're not that bad. They got good cheese. Baguettes are cool. I don't know.
Yep. Vic looks at you, Chaos, with just...
You ever seen a good video game come out of France? I don't think so.
Sure.
Touché.
No one's like, yes, those French computers. The French sure know how to build a computer.
I say we get to France as soon as possible.
Oui, oui, mon ami.
Okay, Vic walks to their controls and calls over their shoulder.
Better buckle up.
Hey, Vic, you should say engage before you start the time thing.
Shut the hell up, Chaos.
Or better yet, make somebody else and you say engage and wave your fingers like this.
They look behind them to make sure everyone else but Chaos is buckled up, and then they push the throttle to make the jump.
Perfect.
We'll work on this.
Hey fam, sorry to interrupt these jaunts through the timeline with something as boring as ads, but here are a few words from our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Quarters.com. Hi, I am not Jeff Goldblum. Have you been abducted by a time-traveling spaceship? Forced into a life of heroics and incidentally assigned the only cabin on board that smells like it was formerly a litter box? It's more likely than you'd think. Not to worry though, just one call and our experts will deploy hunter-killer spider drones to seek and destroy the crewmate of your choice, allowing you a chance to move up in the world. Use the offer code VANITY6 for a free corpse integration with your purchase. Quarters.com, the best place to find a space.
Hey, we have a lot of fun here at the Fantasy Adventure Machine. My name is Logan, also known as Chaos Overclock on the podcast. You probably recognize me from my voice. Anyway, please, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our podcast feeds, rate us on iTunes, and follow us on social media. You can find us by searching Fantasy Adventure Machine on any of your preferred social media platforms.
June 6th, 1425. Domremy, France. Beth exits the time void. The swirling colors fade away as you find yourself in late afternoon. Vic steers the ship down to the ground behind a large hill, and the ship settles and stops.
Does it become a monastery?
I don't know. You're going to have to find out later.
It's become a mountain.
A staircase to nowhere.
You know, last time we made it clear that she couldn't turn into a mountain.
It's true, that's canon.
So, Vic gets up from the control panel, turns to everyone and says,
I gotta do some checking out on the bridge myself. So if you could all go out and do a little bit of investigating, ask around, see if anyone has seen Joan of Arc, I'd appreciate it.
See,
I'll let you know what I find here on my side.
you're finally getting into the spirit of things. Captain Picard never went on the away missions because a captain has to stay with the ship. I'm glad we're making progress here.
Does anybody know if we can, get some milk cartons and, put a picture on it or whatever? That usually works, right?
They didn't
That's
have
not gonna
milk
work.
cartons. It was all glass bottles.
Okay, as you step out of the ship, you step out onto a porch with large columns. And just beyond the porch is this bridge that crosses a small stream. The stream kind of ripples with this weird light effect that really shouldn't happen at this time of day. As you cross the bridge and you look back, you see that there's a large house with a steep roof. The entrance that you just exited from has a domed top, and tall columns line the porch.
So this is like a beautiful, very rich home behind a random hill in the middle of the countryside.
Yeah.
Dope.
If anyone wants to roll me lore on knowing what time that's from.
I don't have the answer. Let me tell you that right now.
You didn't pay attention in history.
Who the hell took architect history? What kind of classes do you have in this country?
Historical architecture?
Yep.
Yeah, don't you have historical architecture at your high school in Australia?
I don't have lore. I'm not going to roll.
I have +2 lore.
Yep, you know that the house is French.
Let me roll.
No, he hasn't rolled yet, Dan. He's just telling you that's his skill.
And I got a +3. So does that teach me anything other than the
5.
house is French?
Know that it is a French. It's a Baroque style French house.
Oh, the owner of this house is very poor. They can only afford this Baroque house.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Why is it broken? I thought it was fine. Anyone else want to make a broke joke while we're here?
Beth, are you okay? They say you're broke.
Oh boy.
They say I am what?
Broke. Dr. Van Helsing says you're broke.
There is no money in the time void.
As you climb the hill that Beth landed behind, you see that the hill actually kind of like extends into some low rolling hills, and a small town spots those hills. You can see some roofs peeking up from behind the hills.
Dan?
Yes.
Would you say that the hills are alive?
Yes.
With the sound of music?
Yes.
Oh my heavens. Surrounding the town is a forest. The buildings in the town are simple stone bricked homes, and a chapel stands above the rest of the homes with a cross on top at the far end of the town. People are going about their business. Most of them are going inside the houses, shutting doors, turning on candles. Lighting candles. People are lighting candles inside their homes.
And it turns on. You just snap it like a glow stick and then shake it and it works.
Wow, we are really on fire tonight.
Whew. Just so you guys know, it's been about 2.5 weeks since we last recorded because kids exist, and this is what you get for that, so too bad.
You know, Charmander, you should really enjoy being here. My mom always says that France is the height of fashion.
In 1425.
Oh, well, I mean, you know I love a good French fashion show. However, I do feel like the French are a little bit ostentatious sometimes in their displays of superiority, when we all know that Italian fashion is really where it's at.
Chaos looks Char up and down and goes,
The French are too ostentatious, huh?
Okay. One of these days,
Just because
Char's
I
gonna
don't wear all
punch him in the
black
face.
doesn't mean that I'm ostentatious. And Char walks past Chaos with her nose in the air. Does a little hair flip.
When you hold your head like that, it looks very ostentatious.
You don't
There's
even know what
something about
ostentatious
superiority.
means.
So what I want everyone to do right now is I want to role play this however you want to, but I want to get a roll, kind of a group roll before we role play everything.
You want to roll before we roll?
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Because the way fate works is basically what you could do is we could either roll investigate to actually like look at the ground and look for tracks, or you can roll contacts to basically knock door to door and talk to people. And so we can roll contacts, and then and then I want to role play the contact roll or whatever roll you did, and you'll get whatever information through the role playing.
Montage.
Does that sound fair? Okay.
Is it time for a fantasy montage?
Yep.
Okay. Who's rolling? Because I don't have investigate or contacts.
I have contacts. It's +4, and it's the first time I will be able to actually use this skill.
You're lucky. I still haven't used my will for anything other than throwing up on the ship.
Oh no! Hey, you know what? I threw up 3
You never
times.
got like
so
20 minutes of gags out
you.
of that, so it's totally fine. Haha, gags.
Oh gosh!
If you want, I can throw in some more will rolls. Okay. Let's get
All
that
right.
contacts roll. Let's get that contacts roll.
Does anyone else have contacts so we can give a +1 to Shah?
I do not.
I'm going to take that as a no.
I'm on my own. Cool. Well, I am rolling, and I have a +5 superb total.
Okay.
All right, then.
Okay, so Sarah, how do you want to do this? How do you want the role playing? Do you want to like grab people in the middle of the street and shake them, or do you want to knock on doors?
Is there a like clear social center of the town?
There is a town square. Yeah, and there's still some people around the town square.
Shar goes, and I'm assuming there's a fountain in this town square because there is in every quaint little village. Shar goes and sits on the edge of the fountain and, crosses her ankles, flips her hair, looks around at the people, and she makes eye contact with a woman who looks to be similarly aged, and she smiles, and the woman walks over to Shar.
Well, I know what she says.
What does she say, Nathan?
I need 6 eggs. That's too expensive.
That's where I was going. I'm looking at the lyrics right now. Look, there she goes. That girl is so peculiar. I wonder if she's feeling well. With a dreamy, far-off look. And her nose stuck in... What is that?
Stuck in a book.
Stuck in a book.
Yeah, but you have your...
But it's her cell
but you
phone.
don't have a book. You got your cell phone.
At some point, we'll get some good usable content for this episode.
Hey, this
I'm
is
looking
gold.
forward to that.
Bonjour.
Right from the moment when I...
Oh my gosh.
Bonjour.
How may I help you?
I seem to be missing my friend. Do you know her? Her name is Joan?
Joan.
I was supposed to meet her here today, and I'm very concerned about her.
Oh, you mean Jeanne? Jeanne d'Arc.
Yes.
By the way, my name is Agnes. She usually is found at her home, by the chapel.
Oh, well, my name is Charlotte, and she wasn't at her home either. Do you know where she might have gone?
I have not seen her. Ask her father.
Can you tell me, Mr. D'Arc's, favorite food?
What?
What, are we gonna
See,
try
you're
and
a
lure him
GM
like
and-
a bear? Or like a chipmunk or something?
We're just going to walk around with a baguette
Quickest
and
way
some
to a
cheese.
man's heart is through his stomach.
So far, it is the best idea we have. Although I don't think there's been any other ideas.
So this is a thing with being a game master. I plan things, and then all of a sudden you throw this thing at me like, what's Mr. D'Arc's favorite food? French cuisine? I don't know. Let me. I'm just
It's
looking up.
escargot.
Oh my
Frog
gosh,
legs.
Field
Okay.
pastries.
Liver pate.
Ooh, maybe it's
We
Quince
need to go on an
paste.
adventure catching snails
Quince
and
paste.
frogs.
Quince paste.
To the woods.
It's
delicious.
delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes.
The dishes. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Is it
We go
weird
to
if
France
dishes
one
have a
time,
sense of
and
taste?
we reenact the entire Beauty and the Beast freaking musical.
Like, is that strange?
Monsieur Diac's favorite food? I am not sure, but I've heard that he likes omelette du fromage. Okay, so leaving the town square, you walk down the path that Agnes showed you, and you see behind a low hill, you see the top of the chapel.
Look, there she goes, that girl that's strange but special.
And now we're at the chapel.
The chapel is a stone brick building, very nicely built. And to the right of the chapel, the home of the Diacs stands close to the church, just to its right. It is a white 2-story home with a steep roof that slants from one side of the house to the other. A chimney peeks out from the top of the roof on the far side, and light gently glows from the window to the left of the door.
Looks like he already got home and turned on his candle, so that's good.
Shar goes up and knocks on the door.
Okay. After a moment, you hear some rustling inside, and then the door creaks open just a little bit, and the weathered face of a middle-aged man peers out from behind the door at you. Yeah?
Bonjour. I am looking for Jean.
And why are you looking for Jean?
I am her friend. And I am worried about her.
She has a crazy idea about going off and joining the war.
Has she not spoken about me?
I do not know Jean's
She
friends.
is my closest friend, and we have written so many letters, and if she has not spoken about me, then maybe she is ashamed. I am an orphan after all.
Could you roll me a rapport with this?
Yes, sir. Cool. That is +4. Great.
I have not seen...
I'm going to use my stunt, which is big name. And yeah, I have a +6 on rapport then.
Sweet. Just so you know, I'm going to let you know right now that you did succeed to get information out. But I did want to kind of, again, roleplay it a bit.
Yeah.
Jean doesn't tell me about any of her friends. How long have you known Jean?
Only about 2 years.
That long? She's been writing to you, yet she hasn't told me anything about this.
As I said, she might be ashamed because of my history.
What history is that?
Oh, well, I was an orphan, and then I was sold into slavery. And
Can you roll me a deceit
Shar
roll?
starts looking around to
Deceive.
see if anyone is going to like come and help her. Okay, well,
I'm with you, Shar.
I got a 0 on my roll. However, I really want to be able to go with this, so I have a +3 naturally with deceive.
That was kind of a big lie there, kind of way out there. So what we're going to do is the DC was pretty high, so we're going to do a succeed, but with a consequence. And the consequence is that the father kind of he retreats within himself a bit. You can physically see him pull back just a bit out of the conversation.
Okay.
So yeah,
Anyway, I was supposed to meet her, but she did not come, and so now I'm just really worried about her.
I have not seen Jeanne all day. She should be home by now.
Where is she usually at this time of day?
He opens the door a little bit, kind of looks up the path, looks over at the church, kind of scans the area to see if anybody's around. Jeanne, if she's not at home, is usually in my garden. She likes to go there to pray.
She has mentioned that, yes. Cool, well, can I go to your garden?
Of
Also,
course.
I am very aware that I started off with Char doing a kind of French accent, and I did just decide to abandon that because I was like, I think that was just more Sarah wanting to do a French accent, so I want you all to know that I'm very aware, and now I'm just going to do Char's voice.
Yeah.
It sounded very much like Char was like, screw it, this is too hard.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
Okay, good.
Of course. If you see Jeanne, please tell her to come home. It is dinner time. My garden is behind the church.
Thank you. I'll definitely tell her.
Slowly, he retreats back into his home and closes the door on you.
I just picture him like moonwalking away.
Yes, just like Michael Jackson.
I was thinking like Nick Miller in New Girl.
Okay. I don't know anyone else who moonwalks.
Neil Armstrong.
Cool. Char goes on comms and says, hey, guys, apparently Joan of Arc was kidnapped or something. That's why we're here, I guess. But I'm going to the garden behind the chapel, but I really don't want to get dirty, so if anyone could come with me, that'd be awesome.
Zoo comes jogging around the corner, and he's like a little bit like, did somebody say dirt?
So Effie was already with you, and she just takes you by the shoulders and then just hovers you a few inches above the ground.
Amazing.
Yeah, Van Helsing will follow you as well.
What are you doing, Chaos?
I'll be right with you guys. I'm trying to find their computer servers.
Right behind the church, there is area that looks like it has definitely been set aside. There's greenery growing all around it, flowers arranged. There is a statue, and it is obviously a garden. Okay, I want an investigation roll from people in the group, and Zoo, from what I want from you is a notice roll.
Wait, what are we rolling?
I need investigation from the group.
I got 3 investigate.
I got a +2.
I got a -1.
If you have investigation as a skill, you can give it to a team member who actually rolled fairly well for this. So it's a +4. Zoo, in the distance, you hear this faint.
Oh, I got chills.
In the trees, you see a wolf come out of the trees and then dart right back in. I want you to roll me a lore check as you're watching this wolf. And you can use your animal affinity for it.
Okay, so that puts me at a +4. Great.
Okay. You feel a connection with the wolf.
Zoo goes lumbering into the forest after the wolf.
Okay, goodbye, Zoo.
Zoo, where are you going? Why are you always wandering off?
Wolves know lots of things. I'll see you guys later. Bye! If there's a dead body in the woods, the wolves will know where it is. So I'm off to go investigate.
I think the only way a wolf would know anything about Joan of Arc's disappearance is if they ate her.
Well, I'll be able to tell you when I get to their dead.
Okay, Effie and Van Helsing, as you're looking around.
What about Char? Is she looking around?
Char said she's playing in the flowers.
Okay.
Char's making a flower crown to give to Effie.
Okay, as you're looking around in this garden that's walled in by lush green hedges and flowers, the hedge close to the middle of the garden looks like it's been smooshed a little bit. Branches have been broken as if they had been swept aside. A single imprint of someone's boot in the dirt is found, and then there's no more footprints anywhere around.
I want to scan the smooshed bush.
What did you just say? Smooshed boosh?
All of this sounds vaguely inappropriate.
Only vaguely, though, so we can get away with it.
I'm scanning the smooshed bush with my combo of heat, sensing, and x-ray.
Okay, cool. See here. Could you roll me a predator vision roll?
Is it a resource? Because it's my eye resource.
I'd take that.
I mean, I feel like it could be a resource roll to see if she can use her eye to do this.
I'd take that.
Okay. I got 5.
5. That's actually pretty good. So describe to me how your vision changes to this new vision that I don't know if you've used before. So what are you expecting to get off of the smoosh boosh with this roll?
Well, if there is a living creature, or has recently been a living creature, I would want to see some heat residue.
Heat residue.
And if there was anything hiding behind the bush, I would see an outline of it.
So describe to me how the bush looks in your vision, the kind of the color array, and then I'll tell you what you see with the bush.
Okay. Well, for the X-ray part, it kind of looks like some X-ray shadows, vaguely leaf-shaped. Maybe it looks like a whole bunch of tadpoles. I don't know. And for the heat part, it's blue?
Are they like overlapping? The X-ray and the heat ray, are they layered?
It's like a TikTok filter, so if I turn my head this way, then I see the X-ray, and if I turn my head this way and look out of this part of my eye, then I see the heat ray.
It's weird bifocals.
So it's linear bifocals. So if you turn your head to the right, then you see the X-ray. If you turn your head to the left, you see the heat ray.
Yep.
Interesting. So you're having some trouble with the depth perception here, but you can see a clear line in the bush that's been smooshed. You see that there is the bush has been kind of bowed in just lightly, and there's a straight line from the front all the way to the back, and it's just a uniform bowing in the hedge, as if something had kind of laid down on it just barely and then lifted up out of the air.
Are we close to the chapel? Like close enough that someone could have like done dun 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 dun, and then just hit the bush and then gone back up?
You do not see any like heat residue from someone being in that bush. It is completely cold.
Okay. What about the ground around the bush? Is it disturbed?
The leaves have been kind of scattered and pushed away from the bush, as if something had blown them away from the hedge in kind of a circular pattern, just like blown away into the garden from that hedge.
Dan, can I tell you what this
It's
sounds
aliens.
like to me?
She's been abducted.
Yeah, it sounds like an alien spaceship dropped a vacuum tube through this hedge and sucked up Joan of Arc and then left. And I'm hella confused.
I mean, it seems more like they dropped something down and just like didn't stop it soon enough, and it like landed lightly in the bush. But its motor also pushed away all the dirt.
That could also have been what happened.
I tell Shar and Van Helsing what I see.
Okay, I come over to you, and I come over and I say, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood," and I put my finger in this, like, I don't know, it's like a dark liquid that's on one of the leaves, and I taste it, and I say, pastry jelly. I have a theory.
You realize quickly that it's not pastry jelly. It is dark liquid, but it is not pastry jelly.
It's oil?
Yes.
Fuel of some kind?
I do actually have something that I was coming over to say, not just lick blood.
It's not blood, it's fuel.
It's not ichor.
Yeah, we know that it's fuel.
It's the blood of ships.
It's ship blood.
Kerosene.
Yeah.
Shar puts the flower crown that she made on Effie's head and then starts to make one for Van Helsing.
Aw. So wholesome.
That's nice. That's really nice.
I wasn't forgetting you, Nathan.
If this kerosene is proof that our enemy is here, I believe that she may be working with the English at this time. Because, and this could be wrong, the French are fighting against the English, and especially Joan of Arc is an enemy of the English. So maybe we should try and find out where the English are. Because I think
it was
that
a British spaceship.
Well, no, not that the British have a spaceship, but if someone's trying to mess with time.
Unless they got it from
I don't know.
Blyth.
Yeah.
Who is British? It's established.
Is Blyth British?
So my ear on my cybernetic side, my ear just pops out and it has like some little what are those things called? Where you put stuff on them and they're little slides.
A slide?
Yep, those things. Microscope slides, let's just say that. And
That's what they are.
That's what they're
I
called.
hand it to Van Helsing so we can analyze the kerosene substance.
Your ear is a microscope, so basically you just kind of lean over to Van Helsing.
No, I'll put it back in my
so
ear.
then I look
After he loads.
So I look through one ear, and then I look like through your whole head, out the other ear, which is the microscope, and I look into the slides.
Her ear is a mass spectrometer.
How about we go to what Chaos is doing?
Yes, what is Chaos doing?
I have no
While
idea.
I'm analyzing, and my head's shaking really fast, and my eyes glowing.
I just said I was looking for servers for an excuse I wasn't with you guys earlier. I was
Yeah, well,
intending
now
to
you
show
have
up
to
here,
roleplay it.
but you told me I wasn't here, so I was not here.
Guys, I don't think there's any computers here. It's kind of weird.
Apparently, Effie's turned into a computer again, so maybe you can use her. But only if she
I
says you
respect
can.
Effie a lot as a person, and you just kind of made it weird. You made it weird.
Char's going back to her flower crown, so. What's Zoomin doing?
Oh my heavens. That's what I was thinking. He's running after a wolf. I was just going to let him be wild for a moment in the background. So the glass slide pops back out of your ear, and out of your nose comes the receipt with all the information. I'm just kidding.
Analysis complete. Now do I have to roll a dice down?
Sure, yeah. Let's roll.
Is this also a resource?
Let's do an investigate for this, actually. Let's see if your computer brain can figure this out. So let's do an investigate roll.
Okay, I got 3.
Okay, so the analysis is somewhat inconclusive, but you do see a trace elements of some type of fuel that you can associate with Beth, but, the same type of fuel. You definitely draw the conclusion that this is some sort of spaceship.
Can I ask Beth about it?
Yeah.
Beth, can I get your opinion on these results?
I will do my best. Yes. This fuel is extremely delicious to me. It is very close to what I use. However, there is one compound that is different. Each compound is specially formulated for each artificial intelligence, as you might call us. But spaceships, especially those created around my time, would be able to use this with little to no problems.
Thanks, Beth. And then I tell everyone what she said.
Anything for you, Miss Derringer.
You hear Vic come over the comms. I hope I didn't miss much. I just finished running some reports, and I got some disturbing news. If everyone can come back to the ship.
Okay, before we go back, I have to tell everyone something very important. We have this knowledge that a ship like Beth has done this, and we only know one ship like Beth. I think it might have been Beth that kidnapped Joan of Arc.
I mean, she kidnapped us, so precedent.
The math checks out.
Let us be very cautious as we return to Vic and this so-called Beth.
Char puts a flower crown on Van Helsing's head.
Nathan, I really want you to roll rapport because I want to see if I believe this.
Okay.
And now we derail the entire plot.
Well, this was fun, guys. Good podcast. I'm super glad we could be here together.
That's a +1. That's a plus. I rolled -3 on my roll, so yeah.
That's fine because I rolled a -1.
Oh, good.
If Beth is capable of doing this, who knows what's true? Maybe Blyth is actually the good guy.
Oh my gosh.
We've been tricked.
I don't know. I felt pretty evil when I was being her.
Yes.
I mean, let us take stock of what we know. We were kidnapped by Beth, and so far, we've gone to four different locations. kind of just blew up something every time. So are we the bad guys? And that was all Van Helsing, by the way. Sorry, I got out of my accent. Van Helsing said that.
I find
seems
your
like...
reasoning very compelling.
So let us be cautious.
I bet I can figure out how to self-destruct Beth.
I don't know. I'm more inclined to believe Char's method acting.
Yeah, I felt really evil.
Unless you're slowly falling under the influence of Beth and feeling her evil seep inside you.
Gosh.
Well, this
Chaos,
is great.
I thought you said that you talked to Beth.
Yeah, talk to her. She's nice.
And do you know what? Beth sounds Russian. Now I'm trying to be a modern man and move past all that Cold War stuff. I mean, Zoo, you said that Beth launched projectiles at you earlier, right?
What?
I am not anywhere near you guys, but over the intercom you hear Cool Ranch Doritos!
Exactly. She was taking target
I think
practice.
that I cut my mouth on a Dorito once. Those are pretty sharp. So then, do we not want to trust Vic if we don't trust Beth? I don't know. Effie, you said you also talked to Beth. What do you think?
She's very helpful. And she sounds alluring.
Oh. I want to talk to Beth.
You know what other Russian sounded alluring? Ivana Anatapa.
Who's that?
She's the Russian bad lady from one of the 90s James Bond films.
Okay.
Yep, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, GoldenEye, definitely.
So, everyone can't talk to Beth through the comms. Just me and Chaos can talk to her.
Yes.
Well, Beth is
Mass overclock. This is what we will do. We will go back to the ship like we were asked to, and we will trail behind the women. And then, if anything happens, we can help them out.
This
sounds like you want to
plan.
hide behind the women.
Human shield.
That's fine. I'll go first.
All right.
Becky has volunteered to go first, so she goes skipping off towards Beth.
When we get in, I'll try and connect with Beth and interrogate her.
Good. Let us go.
Beth really helped me out earlier, guys.
Yeah, you go first.
You know what, Effie? The first time I met you, you also tried to kill me.
That wasn't my fault. You know.
I'm just saying that there's a killer computer in you that might like another killer computer.
I do.
So we have to be very careful, because if you plug into Beth and Beth makes you go all Lady Killbot again, things could get bad.
Yeah, maybe Chaos should plug into Beth because he's harmless.
Oh no, guys, I have something.
Yeah.
I have
Wait,
something I
hold
need
on.
to tell you all. I forgot to turn off my comms this whole time. So Vic has heard everything we have been saying.
Yeah, Vic definitely heard everything we were saying.
We'll have to continue that on the ship.
Yes.
Chaos is very obviously acting suspicious and sneaky.
Yeah, I have my hands on my revolvers, and I'm walking behind you.
Gosh. 6 episodes in, and we're
talking mutiny. 6
Yes.
episodes in, we're talking mutiny.
Char puts another flower crown on Vic's head as she walks past them.
Oh. Okay. You get onto the bridge, and Vic is leaning against the table that they're usually leaning against with their arms folded. They have a flower crown on their head, and they just roll their eyes at you, Charlotte, as you put the flower crown on their head. Everyone, roll me an empathy roll.
I got a +3.
Van Helsing, you can tell that Vic is seething. Vic just looks at all of you and says, "Look, I need some help here. I finished running the reports and checked several of the sources. Joan of Arc is not in 1425.
Huh.
Oh.
That's so weird.
Wow, this is so surprising, yeah.
Be right back doing computer stuff.
Wait, where's Zoo?
I mean,
So Vic, while Chaos is gone, do you know what year Joan of Arc is in now?
That's where I need help. Chaos, I actually need your help here. I need some help checking some more things, and
okay.
could
So
use
like with
Chaos's
the
help.
computer, you know, I'm actually really good with my phone computer. It's basically the smartest computer on the ship. Don't tell Chaos. And so, like, I could help you. I can plug into things, and Effie also plugs into things.
I do. I plug in.
I need to roll a tech roll to send a message to Char's phone that nobody else sees.
Okay.
That is going to be a 3. So I just type in on my power glove a text that goes right to her phone. And the message is, don't go anywhere alone with Vic.
Maybe someone should go get Zoo.
Van Helsing, can you go find Zoo, bring him back here?
Yeah. I can't believe we just left him out there. What are we thinking?
I don't know what any of you are thinking.
I do a big wink when I think Vic isn't looking. And then, I walk down the side of the hill.
If you see any scouts in the woods, Doctor, don't forget to ask for some cookies.
So what is Effie doing?
Nothing?
Nothing?
I thought Char and Effie were gonna help Vic.
Yeah.
Yep. So I want you to roll me a scanning headlines and browsing the internet roll for any mention of weird things.
Yeah, that's a 0 for me.
So it's kind of like an investigation or a tech roll for people that are techie that decide to take themselves out of the scene.
If we're doing investigation
I
or
don't
tech,
know
then
who
it's
you're
a
talking
negative
about.
2. If we're doing notice, then it's 0.
Okay.
I got 3.
Okay.
Oh, hallelujah.
So this took a while. Everyone working together because Vic actually added a +1 to that roll. It's a very awkward silence on the bridge as all 3 of us are working on going through every single article we can find on the computer, and you can almost feel Vic just getting more and more upset. But finally, Effie, you find an article. And the article talks about how a woman speaking an archaic dialect of French was arrested in Reims, France, for taking a sword intended for a reenactment decoration and stabbing a man dressed as a medieval Anglo-Saxon soldier. The woman claims her name is Joan d'Arc. The police believe she was under the influence of narcotics.
I found her. She's right here on the internet.
Really? Where?
In France?
No, Blyth didn't take her out of France. Interesting. What year? When?
1974.
Why the hell would Blyth take her to that time? Oh, what's your endgame, Blyth? How are you gonna profit from this? Van Helsing and Zoo, let's actually switch to you.
Friend Zuman, where are you?
Okay. I'm gonna describe this scene. This is the first time that I am going to be trying to turn into an animal that I have never interacted with in the past. So, last time you saw me, I was loping off into the woods. And so at the moment, I'm trying to, I'm running. I've got the wolf, still within my line of sight. And so if you can imagine with me, a side-on view of me running through the woods, and it's like flashes, as the trees go by, flashes of me trying to transform into this wolf as I'm running. So, I'm running, I look normal, flash, I have like a muzzle, flash, one eye bulging and one wolf ear flash. My ankles have gone backwards or whatever it is, right? Flash, 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 flash. As I'm trying to turn into this wolf. And finally, the wolf stops and turns to face me. And I look like something out of a bad werewolf movie from the 90s, It's like Teen Wolf, but I'm huge and I look more grotesque. And so I'm panting here because I don't actually, I have this muzzle now, and I'm sort of awkwardly standing on two legs and looking at this wolf, and she's looking back at me, staring me down. Out of my one wolf ear, I hear the sound of tiny pups. Right? And so this wolf has stopped, obviously, because she needs to protect her young here that are hiding in her den. And I drop down to all fours, and as I do, you hear sort of like cracking of bones as I'm trying to figure out the way that this is supposed to go. And I've never met this wolf. There are no wolves at Taronga Zoo, so I have no idea how to do this, but I have a really strong feeling that I'm supposed to. And as I get lower, she comes closer, and she runs her muzzle along sort of my shoulder and pushes up against me very inquisitively, which is quite unusual for a northern wolf that are usually very territorial. And as she does this, I feel a rippling sensation from where she's touched me throughout my body, and it's the transformation finally begins to take effect. And so now, if you want me to roll, this is where I would roll to try and actually transform.
So is it canon now that you only have one ear and it's on the top of your head?
One of my ears is a wolf ear right now because I'm struggling to transform. Eventually, I hope to make them two and in the right place.
Okay.
So, Dan, what do you want me to do?
Go ahead and roll. I also rolled something on my end, and go ahead.
And I'm rolling lore, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a +5 superb.
Okay. And my end, I actually rolled really well, so describe to me how you turn into a wolf.
So literally from where she's nuzzled me on the shoulder, you can see like a rippling as fur sprouts along it. My body instantly shrinks, and it sort of almost from the head back to the tail. And the tail is the last flourish that appears, and I stand an exact mimicry of this wolf face to face. And there's a moment where, we look into each other's eyes, and she, her hackles kind of rise because this is very weird. And her pups come out of their little den, and they look at both of us. And there are 3 of them, and 2 of them go to their mom, and one of them comes and sniffs me and rubs up against my leg. And they accept me into their little pack.
Aww.
And now it's kind of touching and weird.
Are you crying?
No. Should I be crying?
No, you're crying.
As a wolf? Am I crying as a wolf? And so then, we lift our heads back and howl into the air. And we're running around and playing and having a great time when Van Helsing leaves to come find me.
Oh, I thought he was going to hear you howling from his
search
in the woods.
So we're playing and running around, and I'm completely oblivious now to the mission as I'm lost in the instincts of this animal.
Van Helsing, could you please roll me a notice roll?
+2.
Okay, so you hear faintly in the woods some yips and some howling, and it kind of reminds you of the howl that you heard before Zoo just took off.
Okay. I go towards that sound in my fastest walk.
Okay. Interesting. So after a while of walking, you come up on the scene of 2 adult wolves and several baby wolves, pups. Two
wolves.
Yeah, baby wolves running around playing. Zoo, I actually want you to roll a will.
Okay. I have +1 will, so that is a +2 to will.
Okay. This is going to be a succeed with a slight consequence here of you're kind of torn, like something like triggers in your memory, but not quite. So something triggers in you on your human side, but not quite. So the wolf is still fighting to stay dominant.
All right. Can I roleplay this?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm playing in the woods with my pups and my family, and teaching them, how to hunt and how to pounce, and things are going great, and it all feels very natural and nice. And I can hear something stumbling through the woods. It is clearly
whoa, stumbling.
Something foreign to the woods. It is making such noise, such crashing sounds as it stomps branches and pushes through brush. But I can also smell this thing that is approaching, and the smell sparks some recognition. But when Van Helsing comes through the trees, my initial instinct is, of course, to protect our cubs. And so...
Our cubs?
Yes.
You're their stepdad now?
Technically, stepmom.
Yeah, I feel we've now entered into some kind of weird relation. It's fine. So I have to protect our cubs. And so my hackles rise and I begin to growl, and so does the she-wolf that I'm emulating. And I take a step forward and get really low as the pups retreat behind their actual mother. And I growl and I snarl as I'm looking, just as Van Helsing pops through the trees. He sees me go from this playful wolf to the protector. And I'm still definitely taken by the instincts of the wolf.
So I feel like we've asked a lot of questions about how it feels to have a cloaca. How does it feel to have 4 teats?
Have what? 4 teats?
Excuse me, but
the pups
titties.
are actually past the nursing phase, so I barely notice them right now.
It's time to play Describe Van Helsing's smell as if we're in our YA novel.
Oh yeah. What do I smell like when I come through the trees?
Okay, there is it's a musky aroma of equal parts mothballs and cedarwood, and it smells of age and strength and weariness, with just the subtle hint of the sharp bitterness that comes with fear.
As we already know that Van Helsing has a propensity to do, when I see the wolf, I raise my 2 revolvers into the air and start firing like Yosemite Sam.
Like Yosemite Sam. In response to this, the mother wolf tries to come forward with me, and I sort of growl back at the other mother wolf, and she retreats backwards, and I try and run at you to protect these cubs.
Dang. You want to get shot?
Yeah. Seems to be what's about to happen, yeah.
Okay, well...
Can't leave the cubs, man.
I guess I'm rolling shoot unless TM has something to say about this.
This has taken this whole session has taken a very different turn than what I was expecting. Go ahead and roll shoot, and Zoo, roll athletics to get out of the way of that shoot, and as a wolf, you actually get heightened athletics.
Okay, plus what?
Let me take a look here.
Despite what the legends would say, I actually don't have that good of shoot, so it's only a +2.
I think +3 athletics works for this. What about you?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. So with a +3 athletics, that gives me a +5. So I definitely dodged the bullet. But as I'm flying through the air, and I'm looking into Van Helsing's eyes, about to rip out his throat, the last recognition hits, and
the gleam of my sensitive nostrils.
Instead of biting him, I land on his chest, knocking him to the ground, and I begin to lick his face very enthusiastically.
I don't know what I do, but I probably should roll will to make sure that I don't poop my pants of fear.
Yes, so please actually roll.
Poop
Would you
jokes.
mind rolling will to see if you kind of recognize?
That's +4.
Okay, you actually immediately see kind of a connection with Zoo.
It's the eyes.
Yeah, you have a connection.
No, it's the Bermuda shorts behind him.
It's the tattered Bermuda shorts on the ground.
Yeah, I see your Bermuda shorts on the ground, and then put 2 and 2 together pretty quickly as you are licking my face and I'm trying to push you off. And I say, "Friend Zuman, this is quite inappropriate."
Finally, the animal instincts subside, and I jump off you, and I make like a like the noise, and then I realize I can talk, and I'm like,
Actually,
sorry,
I'm going to cut that and say at this point, since this is a new animal, you cannot talk right now.
Ooh, okay. All right, so I put my ears down and I make the little noise and look very bashful, and I go back to the mother wolf and to the cubs and make some growling noises, and then we all come back out to see you, and the little cubs start to like sniff you and run around and try and bite your ankles, and it's really adorable.
Aww.
Ankle biters.
They bite my shoelaces. Yeah.
Yep.
There's been a lot of wholesome things in this session, and then there's been Vic is sus, Beth is sus, don't trust them. Gosh.
Speaking of that, I guess I need to catch you up on what's happened.
And I do this. I go,
Friend Zuman, I don't know if you can hear me in there, but we have evidence that points to the fact that Vic and Beth might have kidnapped Joan of Arc.
You see, instantly my hackles rise, and I start a low growl.
We need you to come back with us to the ship. We may need your help.
Okay, so reluctantly, I nod, and I turn back to the mother and cubs that have recently taken me in, and I give them a loving goodbye, and we like nuzzle faces, and then I turn and slowly follow you out of the woods.
You know, guys, we could have just left Zoo. It seemed like he was really happy with this wolf family.
Yeah, we Pikachus goodbye him.
This is where you truly belong.
One of these days, it's going to be when Zoo retires. It's like he found like some polar bears in Antarctica, and he's like, bitch, this is great, I'm out. Like,
Oh my gosh, no. Polar
You've
bears
been
live hard
such a
lives.
good friend.
One thing, Keith, when you want to morph out of the wolf, I actually want you to roll another lore. So whenever you're ready, roll me another lore, and make sure you do take a fate point away from your fate. You use a fate point for that morphing.
well, right now, I don't think I have enough like mental cohesion to just like transform out. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of canonically say that the longer I'm in wolf form, there's like a balance that's like either like think like Animorphs, but not really. You know what I mean? Like there's like a sweet spot where it's like now I'm cognizant enough to transform out, and then if I'm in too long, I just like stay like the wolf brain will start to take over again. So right now I am like just cognizant enough to be like, okay, I'm zooming, and I have to go with this guy.
Cool.
And like that's where we're at.
So as you're coming back, we're going to switch to Chaos. What are you doing with Beth?
I mean, you make it sound weird that way.
Okay, what are you doing?
Okay, so Chaos books it off of the bridge and gets to his room, steps over the tripwire on the way in. It's connected to something which isn't important right now.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be the one who forgets that there's a tripwire because I definitely already forgot.
Me too.
And I plug my headphones into one of the consoles on the wall, and I say, "Hey, Beth."
Hello, Chaos. How are you doing?
Hi, Beth. No particular reason. I was wondering, do you have a morality program?
I believe that there is something in my protocol, but I also know that there is an anomaly that has made me go against some of the programming that some of the other ships made at my time had.
So you have a morality program, and it malfunctioned in some way?
Sus. That's so sus.
I believe that it was what made me want to come and pick up you and the others with Vic's help.
So there was something that went wrong in your morality program that made you want to come and pick up people from other time periods.
Yes.
Excellent. That's really good.
You're not helping your case here.
I think she's doing exactly what she wants to do.
Exactly. No, you're doing good.
Completely unrelated to that first question. Is there, in case we ever run into a bad version of you, is there a particular way that can destroy bioelectric time hoppers? Is there a kill switch or something like that?
Chaos.
Never
I am
you,
getting
Beth.
a bad
You know
feeling
we're
about this.
You know we're friends. I just
Chaos. Are you going to leave me in the time void?
No, I promise not the time void. Littering's bad.
Yeah, don't leave your ships in the time void.
Or, your robot kangaroos.
I have to admit that I do not know if I have a self-destruct button. I know that is something very common in your media. But I don't know my own way to power down. Otherwise, I might have already done so.
Yeah, no, I started to realize as I asked this question that it's probably best that you don't know how to blow yourself up.
Hey, ask her if she has any destructive habits.
Does she have any dark thoughts?
I already know the answer to that is yes.
How well do you really know this Vic person?
I have known Vic approximately 152 days, and I have classified information on our captain.
Could you unclassify that information? You know what? I'm a hacker. Why am I asking you this? Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you later.
Chaos.
And then I pull my headphones
Chaos.
out. And now I want to make a tech roll to see if I can find 1, more information on Vic, and 2, a self-destruct program for Beth.
Okay.
This is going to a very dark place.
Dan, why did you put your hand on your
roll
head?
against him on the self-destruct?
Yep.
I'm going to invoke Hack the Planet.
I'm going to use the high concept rogue time hopper, though.
I did roll a +3, but I didn't know if I should be rolling
nice.
or if you should, Dan.
Okay. Okay, what'd you get on your roll, hacker boy?
With my Hack the Planet, that's going to be a +9.
Holy crap. Yeah, let's see here. We got, gosh, with everything that I was adding to it, we got a +7. You succeed, though. Okay, so you're trying to find information on Vic.
And a self-destruct sequence.
And the self-destruct sequence. Okay. So you do find it's very intense, the self-destruct sequence. It's not something to take lightly. And you do find some files on Vic.
Excellent. I am going to download the self-destruct program into a modified Game Boy cartridge and put it in one of my inner pockets. And then I'm going to read the information on Vic.
You download the files onto your own computer, and you open them up to read.
Thanks for listening, fam. Monday is movie night. Gary, don't forget that 7-layer dip.